What is up, everybody? This is RyanREAX, and today I'm going to be doing a kind of a review for the Tamron 17 to 28 millimeter f2.8 lens. Every shot that I'll be editing and posting on here will be with that lens. So as you can see, 17 to 28 f2.8. Now, not every shot's going to be at f2.8. But that is the lens I'm going to be discussing. Okay, so it's just a random shot. My daughter ended up picking off these little berry things. And as you can already tell, the wide angle, I was pretty much up close, which is why her hand is so huge in the frame. Now, if we zoom, you could see it's sharp. You got to keep in mind, this is a natural light shot. You could see the sun is kind of back here. I was shooting wide open. So at 2.8, it is sharp. I mean, that is freaking sharp. So what I would normally do with a shot like this, I'd put it on auto. And yeah, that looks about right. But I'm going to actually bring a little bit of warmth into it. The exposure, I'm going to bring up just a bit, a little bit of contrast. You don't want to lose. See, the thing about a contrast is you will lose detail in the shadows. But we can always raise the shadows back, but it's equivalent to just having the shadows on 0 and keeping the contrast at bay. Now, being that there's no sky in the shot anyway, I'm just going to lower the highlight just a bit. That way it'll have some separation from the top of her head compared to the background. Now, for the whites, see how like her skin's kind of clipping? We don't want that much clipping. We want more detail. And then for the blacks, we will bring up just a little bit. Because if we do it too much, it just looks fake. You lose dimension. All this you lose dimension in. Oh, and here's the settings. Yeah, so 1/200th of a second at ISO 125 at 2.8. So what I do is I add just a bit of texture, just a little bit, not that much. Yeah, it's the only thing about my daughter. She's always eating something, always getting in freaking dirt, mud. And what's cool is like clarity will also do that. But dehaze is your friend, so what it's going to do is it's going to add some color. It's kind of like adding contrast. You don't want to do too much, obviously, but just like a bit. So that's before and that's after. And you might like the before more than the after because it's softer. But I kind of like having HDR style portraits. And we're not done once I actually do the skin brushing and everything. But before we actually get to actually editing this shot specifically, and by the way, you can see the chromatic aberration. So we click right, where is it? It's which one is it? Oh, you can do this too. Kind of removes it. But I'm gonna go ahead and a little bit further. Yeah. To right there. You don't want to do it too much because you'll lose the color. Maybe I will bring it back just a little. The would it be the texture? So I removed the whole way. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, cool. Because it was starting to look just a little harsh. Okay. Some other shots I did the other day. But let's go over some of these shots. So I don't want to spend too much time just editing the one shot. Don't worry, it's not that blurry. I'll prove it. So we open it in Photoshop. It's because the shutter speed, she was moving. Whatever. I think she was too close. No, look how sharp that is. Yeah, look at that. Something from one of the yellow flowers. Yeah, so this is 17. I'm happy with this shot too. So we'll bring that up. Do some auto, but bring a little bit back. So for this, because the way I have it exposed, we'll raise the shadows a bit, and then we will dehaze a bit to bring the color back. Not that much though. And then a little bit of vibrance. That's a freaking wide open. If you're debating on getting the Tamron, yeah. Look at that. Oh, and by the way, I don't want that or that, but I do want that. Okay, that's fine. Look at that's natural light. Like, that's not flash. Sheesh, look at that. That's amazing. Like, look at the rendering. My goodness. Let's just look at another shot. Yeah, we'll look at this shot because it's a portrait. Yeah, it's sharp. Kids in the background, just the rendering. I mean, my goodness. And I guarantee, I was gonna say, I know I could bring the power lines back. Yeah. Heck yeah. Goodness. Sheesh. I think you want the Tamron already, don't you? And that's wide open. I don't shoot with this lens that much, to be quite honest. This is sharp. My gosh. This is my first time looking at these shots, and I took them like earlier today. Do auto, and then bring it up. Look at the hair strands. Goodness, just the rendering is just, oh my gosh. Why do I even use flash? I waste my time. This will really show, like, yeah, it's just no matter what. She was like, I'm touching your lens, and I don't touch it. Just crazy. What the heck? That's an interesting shot. Like, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Just get that Tamron 17 to 20 friggin' 8. Oh my gosh. I knew I should have turned the cam on too. Look at this. What the heck? Too much. Why am I whispering? I don't know. You can see every little piece of dirt on her. It's crazy. What the heck is up with this? Holy crap. She was like, I'm 4 years old. And look at this autofocus. Watch. Look at that. What the frick? Holy crap. Bro, that's crazy. Matter of fact, I'm saving this shot now as is, and I'm gonna show my buddy right now. Yo, whatever. Let's do 10, doesn't matter. I was sleeping on this lens. Like, look at the rendering. I don't know if this one's sharp, then you have to buy it right now. And it is. Oh my gosh. And that's partially to do with Sony too. So you see how, like, it's all like clipped, and by clipped it's like, see this? Yeah. That's the whites though, and I would bring down the exposure. That up, and then, like, this is crazy. Just a random person's porch too. I'm like, let's just get on there and take some shots. Sheesh. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I don't like that lighting. You know, I gotta check it out. If you're debating, and look how underexposed, but this is the power of Sony. Boom. I don't like that one. But I like it, but I don't like it. Like, as far as a comparison, this was actually at the park. There's my son, Devin. A little off, but it's there. Definitely do the auto. No, not auto. That's weird. Okay, that looks better. Oh, yes. Okay, so these two, look at the settings. So this is shot wide open, and it is sharp. It is sharp. I'm gonna do, how would I edit this? With my dumb shadows there. Yeah, I would remove the vignetting. I would definitely add, and then I would do that, and then maybe bring it up just a bit. Sun was super harsh. Just for demonstrational purposes. Then I would go to camera raw filter, and then I would bring up this. Okay, good. I was like, why is it not? Okay. Highlights down and the exposure down a bit. See? Just like that. It's fine. But let's go to this one now. Oh, this is for a specific purpose. See, this is at f6.3. And it doesn't really look that much different compared to wide open. Trying to have it match similarly. I think that'll... Yeah, it's like I edited, it's pretty much on par. Okay. So park structure, and then the building, the park structure, and then it's definitely more blurred. So yeah, it's definitely doing its job. But at distance, and it's kind of lagging. I got 64 gigs of RAM, but with all these tabs open, it just does that. Just trying to look closely. You could definitely see a difference. Like, look at the trash can's much more blurred. I love this lens. Like, that's amazing. So this is mid-movement. He was going. He was going a pretty decent speed, but I was at 1/2000th of a second. And that's really good though for like if you want to call it an action shot. I'm not an action photographer. My goodness. Let me see this. Yeah, for it being at 1000 ISO, that's really good. Brought her hair strands back. Yeah. It's really good for 1000 ISO. It's a wide angle. I got a low angle and I shot upward. It's a cool shot. I'm going to save that as is, just in case my computer crashes. Cool. Oh, shoot. Cool. Because I already have a folder named Cool. Just name Cool with a K. Let's see, this was a movement shot too. I think this might have been Yeah, still in 2000, and it's definitely not in focus, but it's acceptable as long as you don't print it big. These were the blurs of like when I had lower shutter speed. Just wasn't thinking. She looks crazy right there. Let's see. I think it's gonna be blurry. No, and even at 1/250th, it's not blurry. Cool stuff. If this ain't blurry, yeah, I was gonna say. Let's check it out. Kind of front focused. Okay. Low shutter speed. So if we go through all these shots, it's killing my RAM. Holy crap, 64 gigs, it's still like laggy as crap. Let's just look at, this is, okay. Let's look at these. Because I'm not even sure. I think that's the, yeah, it's my 105 1.4. Which that's, oh yeah, because I had shot at 1.4 like an idiot. That was me. That's all on me. This one I think was my, that's the 105 also? Whatever. Yeah, that's sharp. That's sharp, especially at the distance I was at. But we're not talking about that lens, we're talking about this lens. Oh, Tamron, you don't need a 16 to 35 G master. I don't even, like the only exception for lenses, I think, yeah, get like the 12 to 24 G master if you want to pay $3,000 for a lens. But for general consumer purposes, yeah, so this is a little pet peeve of mine. Grab the patch tool. Just bring that right off. Right off. A little bit of editing. Okay. Be a little quicker to see if I just use spot healing and then just click on stuff. Boop, boop. Sometimes it wants to be finicky. His hair disappear. Yeah, you see that? It's simple. Giving you all the free tips. Certain lines just want to mess with you. Oh, there we go. This is gonna be retarded, watch. It might work. Yeah, see, that's not good. So what we would do is, I think that little yellow thing came back exactly because I pressed it too many times. If we use a spot healing, you just go around it, drag it down, it's gone. You know, it's simple. Simple, simple, simple. I'll show that again. It's because I clicked too many times. Even here, you just line it up. Like once you do it, you do it. I love the rendering. But see, I go really in depth. So like even like that, I would get rid of that. This stuff, I mean, if it's close to her, it's kind of a distraction. So yeah, I would just remove it. But generally, even this hair right there, it's similar. Let's get rid of that. Just like interesting hairs that I don't want to be there. This hair too. Just drag that over. Drag that over. Just the little stuff. I mean, even this. I mean, like, why not? Why not just get rid of it? It's fine. Little colors. This too. I can, you know, be really flexible. I think like right there. Yeah, you see that? Ish. No, I'm screwing this up. This, once I get that, it's pretty good. Okay. like the little purple things. This I will. Now, what I would do is I would definitely make this HDR. Actually, before that, I'm gonna just move it slight. Just the lines. That's good. That's good. I can sit here all day. I'm only doing just this shot, by the way. Although I probably would have edited a different shot. So for the teeth, yeah, a little yellow, a little stained. Easy to fix. Just desaturate this area. Like that. Like that. And instead of yellow, put it more on the blue cast. Desaturate. It's fine. That's just for the teeth. It might be a little gray. It's okay. There's no light there anyway. She was moving her hand too. You could see that movement, but her face wasn't. Didn't even do the arm completely. That's fine. Not going to be completely accurate. So for the whites of the eyes, you go to the white. Look here. Just a little bit of, yeah, but not that much. You don't have to look fake. Definitely a little bit of, okay. Yeah, you see that? But then even the browns, which you can actually see my reflection in there, which is kind of cool. We're going to saturate the eyes. We're also going to bring it up. I always add all three of these to it. Do before and after, just a bit. You don't have to make it look fake. Cool. And then, I mean, you can go really crazy. I'm going to show you a few things. So yeah, the camera always adds weight. So we just shrink our face just a bit. Eye a little bigger. Okay, shrink the nose just a bit. Look a little bigger. Just the little stuff. You don't want it just like boom. Just it looks still natural. It doesn't look fake. That white spot is throwing me off. Okay. We'll use the clone stamp. Click here. Gotta raise the size. So we'll just do it like this actually. There. Okay. Actually, hold on. I don't like that. Okay, that's good. That's good. Good. Very good. Okay. Camera raw filter. And this, I mean, you could do a few things. Number one, you can go to the colors, and then you can, for the hue, I'm actually going to make it more that color anyway. But then I'm going to raise the saturation on it. Not too much though, because it hits that. But if you don't want to do that, what you can do is, well, being that I want to keep the hue that way, the luminance will brighten it. We'll go back there, we'll click the adjustment brush, we will hit saturation, and then we will just paint over the huge parts of the green. And we'll add some saturation, we'll lower the highlights to make it look realistic. Boom. Before, after. Okay. Then we're going to hit new, because once you hit new, it's going to try to apply a new one. Add a little bit of saturation to just her hair, but we're also going to add a little bit of texture and stuff. Then I always hit OK so I can take a look. Okay. And then we're going to go back here. And then I take a big brush. Not that big, but like here. And I'm going to dehaze the ground. Just the ground. Because what I'm trying to do is make the ground look super HDR. It's texture there. Maybe not that much dehaze. Then we're gonna do similar to the wood over here. So we're just gonna click, not the green since we already did the green. But add some of that. But we are gonna raise the shadows a bit. Or the highlights and add some contrast. See? The shot looks freaking amazing. I don't like the blue right there. That blue has to go. Okay. Desaturate. Just like that. The blue's gone. Look. Ooh, look at that. Oh, it's an amazing freaking shot. Oh my gosh. But we're not done because the dress. I think I just whispered to like help myself like concentrate. Oops. Okay, not that much. Okay. Dress came out. Good. This little white bokeh ball is freaking getting to me. Man. Really, I was gonna just I'll do something, but I'm probably not gonna keep it. But what we're gonna do is click here and then bring it as much as we can. That's fine. So I was thinking about something like this, but then that looks too fake. So I'm going to get rid of it. Something about it it's just weird because I didn't photo like how this line's straight. That then again I could just liquefy it. So we can come up here and then we're just going to liquefy it down. We want a big brush because it's not anything fancy. If you do the small brush, it'll kind of distort it a bit. And we use the small brush to even this part out. See how it's down more and better? I gotta check something though. Yeah, so up here, which I can easily, I could do multiple things, but I'm just gonna drag around and then pull down till I'm satisfied. Oops. That's it. See? Good as new. So I'm really liking this. I really think the Tamron lens is amazing. I'm thinking I could do one of two things here, but it kind of looks properly exposed. So I may just brighten her skin up just a little bit. Like, I'm talking like really like a little bit. And I'm doing that to separate her more from the background. Yeah. Yeah. Then it looks, screw it, I like it. But now we're going to this, bring that over, fixed her arm up real quick, real easy. In this spot, and then that spot, and then this spot. And then even here, it's not necessary. And then on her neck. And then on her face right there, definitely needs chopped up. And there's a few things I can do with the skin. But I do the lazy stuff because in the end, it works. And this shot is done. But that's pretty much it. 30 minutes, wow. So yeah, if I had to rate the Tamron 17 to 28, I'm gonna rate it a 9 out of 10. Build quality's good. Focus, actually when you focus it doesn't, like the barrel doesn't stick out. Just click on stuff while I talk. The ergonomics, just everything's good. Weather sealing, the rendering, the bokeh. I love the bokeh, it's nice. The ease of use, just no complicated buttons. The price, the value. I mean, you're gonna get a lot of happy clients. Honestly, a lot. Just you could seriously just bring this lens with you to a shoot. Get some cool environmental portraits. Pet peeve about my lines. Even this is still slanted, although I'm going to lose most of her lower body and his leg. Oh. Should be perfect. Just the hair more, just literally, just like right there. No. Cool. And then with this, I can just liquefy it. Just fine. Just grab a big. Just push it. Just smush it. Push it. Doesn't really matter. Okay, that looks stretched. I screwed that up. Just need the smallest little corner pieces. Here, all you have to really make sure is that you get this line straight. And then the rest will just come. It's fine. It's good. It's good. There's this little speck right there. Good. Of course the shot's not done, I still have stuff, but generally even that's fine. I'm gonna save it anyway. I just name stuff random if it's not for like a specific album. The size, it's very lightweight. In fact, it's the lens I use when I do video on a gimbal. It's very light. It feels like nothing. And I really like the lens. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial slash review slash really, like, I don't use it that much. I mean, I also have the Tamron 28 to 75 and I use that in my Sigma 105. That's the only 3 lenses I have. Like my next lens is going to be something more telephoto, like probably just going to get the 70 to 180 from Tamron to complete the, you know, the Tamron trio, and just to have that value. I mean, Tamron's just really killing it. So as always, may the Lord Jesus Christ bless you guys. Have a good day, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.